Good? Okay. So we're talking about ankle mobility. So this is a good way to kind of get the ankles moving better and get some stretch and some fluidity through the ankles. So what you want to do here is you want to imagine your feet as like rockers. Okay, so we're going to be rocking through the foot. So I'm going to imagine like if my body has weight, my chest is a bowling ball. If you were tossing that bowling ball up in the air and catching it, you want to try to get this swing going through your body. Chest kind of forward a little bit, chest back as you kind of crouch down here. And I'm going to be rocking and rolling through my ankles here, kind of up into the toes and back on the heels. And you want to get a sense of the fluidity and the flow there as you roll through your ankles. And I'm also bending and straightening my knees and hips here to get a good kind of flow going with those as well. So when you're walking, you want to be very aware of how we have to be able to absorb and roll through the ankles and absorb shock to make things very fluid and smooth and not painful. The other thing that has to flow through the body is the torso. So you have to be able to rotate through like this. Okay, so the ankles and the thoracic spine, they actually work together to help create fluidity when we walk. So then to make that more like walking, I'm going to go into a stride stance here. And so I'm going to be rolling into my toes and lifting my heel on my back foot here as I rock forward here. And again, my bowling ball, so you imagine kind of bowling like in the bowlers and rocking through those ankles. And we also get a little rotation through that torso. And we want to be able to feel that flow. So I can literally just take my arms and kind of do something like this, where I'm kind of twisting, turning through my body as I rock through my ankles. That'll give you a good sense. And then the other thing with the rockers, you imagine there's a kind of a divot in the middle. That's where the arch of your foot is, where you're gonna balance up at the top there. So I'm rolling into that divot and balancing. And then on my next step, I'm gonna roll out of that divot and then find the divot on the other foot. And that's what helps us to stabilize in the midst of all this fluidity that we're trying to create. So when we walk, we kind of roll and flow through like something like this. And that's where you can start practicing putting it all together.